This is a short introduction to our Basecamp tool and how we're using it for your project as we work on your website project. This particular Basecamp is for Lakeview Methodist, and as you come into the Overview tab, when you log in, the first thing you'll see is an Overview tab usually. It has the calendar with the next couple of weeks of activity. Any milestones that have been set up are showing here with little check boxes. So when the milestone is completed, it can just be checked off. It'll look like it's crossed off. And any events are marked in blue, like mine is marked with me being on vacation next week. There's quick links right here to add a new message, a new to-do list, a new event, or a new file. Those do the same thing as you'll see when we go through the tabs up here. Down here on the overview page, it breaks down day by day. Right here are all the things that have happened today and who's done each thing. Here are the things that happened on the 26th, and here's what happened on the 21st. Now if I click on messages, this shows general discussion messages. I can click on the message title and read the message. If there are any attached files, they'll appear right here. And if I want to attach a file or make a comment, I can type right in here. I can click on attach files, click on browse, and select a file from my hard drive and upload that along with my comments. So if I picked something like this, and then I click on add this comment, you'll see that it uploads the file. You see a little progress bar here at the bottom, and the nonsense comment that I typed will also appear. Now I'm logged in as the administrator of this site, so I can clean out my posting and get that off of there so that no one will see it, but that's what it looks like. And I can click right on this and it'll open up the file. You notice you have the ability to edit whatever you post for a few minutes, just in case you notice a mistake right away. I'm going to click on delete and get rid of that. Now if I go back to all messages, I'll see a list of all the messages. Each of the messages can be categorized, and here are the categories here on the left. This particular message, Google Places, is categorized as miscellaneous. So I'm going to go back to the messages here and I'll say, show me all the design messages. There aren't any. If I click on miscellaneous though, then mine comes up. And I've got a button here to click to post a new message. There's also an expanded view here that just shows the whatever items are here opened up a bit more. The heart of what we work with is the to-dos area, and we set up a to-do list. By clicking on to-do list here, we can just create a category like work in progress and things that we need, and you can put a little description like things we're working on at VoyageurWeb, and then each one of the items that gets put in is assigned to somebody and is given a due date, a short description, and then we always put a number here, and this number goes with our internal tracking system for tracking our time. You'll notice as you move your mouse over each of these to-do items that a little comment balloon appears. The ones down here that are black have had comments and responses on them, and then these haven't had any kind of a comment made. I'll click on one of these so you can see a blank one. Now if I type something here, I can attach files just like with the messages, and I can indicate who should get email notifications every time this comment is updated. This is a real handy way to kind of have a discussion about what it is we're trying to accomplish with our to-do. I'll show you one that actually has a comment on it, and we'll click on it here. And so here's a little note reminding her that an email was sent on the 21st of July and asking her if she has any other changes. Whenever a to-do is actually completed and it's ready to check off the list, you can just check the checkbox. That marks it as completed. You can always uncheck it too. So very easy to indicate to everybody that something's done without having to type out a whole message saying, I completed this thing on this day, etc. As soon as you check it off, it's marked done, and everyone that's assigned to this project can see that. If I go back to the overview page, by the way, over here on the right, I can see everyone who has access to the project. We've got several people from within VoyageurWeb on the team that can see what's going on, and one person from Lakeview Methodist that can see what's going on. I have the ability here to turn on email updates so I get a daily digest of anything that's going on. And this is an individual setting that each person can set themselves. I can also set up a project RSS feed so that this would feed into my RSS on my browser. I'll click on the calendar here and show you that. On the calendar, the blue things are events. These are milestones, as you saw on the overview page. And I can click right on a day and it'll pop up a little box where I can enter the name of the event. If it's a multi-day event, I can click here. I can select but this event's going to take about a week, and I can say it's an event, or if I select that it's a milestone, I can assign a responsible person and add it. Once I set something up as a milestone, you'll see that I can, when I set up a message, I can say if that message is associated with one of these milestones or not, and it'll link them together. Another tool we'll use, but we haven't used yet for this particular client, is a write board. And a write board is simply a shared sort of Word document. It's a place where you can collaboratively write about something. Like I'll put site structure up here for the structure of the website, and I'll create a new write board. Now within this space I can put the table of contents that we are thinking this new website will have, and then post this, and if Kayla, our contact at Lakeview, has changes for that, she can go in and she can make changes. All the revisions to the document will appear here on the right. So if I just put in some gobbledygook, I'm not going to notify anybody by email because I don't want them to see my gobbledygook, but now I've saved that. Now I'm going to edit the page, and I will make some more changes, and then I'll save that. Now you'll see I've got revision information right over here. I'm going to go back to Lakeview Methodist, and now you see there's a write board here. I can click on that, and here's my revision information. I'm looking at the latest version. If I go back to the one that was previous, it has less information on it, and I can revert to that version if I want to. So I don't have to write right in the document, I changed this, I changed that, or highlight it or anything. You can see exactly when the revision was made and who made it. And I can check these two here and compare them. So I can see exactly what changed from version 1 to version 2. So the write board thing is a very handy tool for, some kind of a shared document that you want to work together on. We're going to ignore the chat and the time areas. We're not going to use those for this particular client, and we don't use them for most of our clients. We don't use time tracking so much on here. We have a files area, and that's where files will appear. Whenever we upload a file and attach it to a message or to a to-do, it'll appear in this files area. If I want to, I can simply upload a file directly here, but most of the time when you're uploading a file, there's some kind of conversation or something that's going on along with that to-do. So for example, I'm going to go to my messages area, and I'm going to post a new message, and I'm going to select the proposal form that lists all of the requirements of this particular project. So I'll say here is our signed proposal form. And then I've attached the document right there, and I can just say this is for everybody at VoyageurWeb to keep track of what it is we're supposed to accomplish within the amount of time we're supposed to accomplish it. And I'll post that message. You'll see it's uploading the file. And now right here within the message I can click and I can see that proposal, I can get that PDF. An email notification was sent to the people that I had checked off, and when I click on files, there it is there also. Now if I suddenly realize, oh, I uploaded the wrong version, I was supposed to do the one from July 28th, I can click on upload a new version, and I can upload a new version here and notify everybody that a new version's been posted. Both the old and the new version will still be here, but it'll be all enclosed in one thing. It'll say Lakeview signed off proposal, and then it'll show revision, revision, revision right underneath it, which is very handy. You can also classify the files into different categories, and I can sort these by category. This particular one doesn't have a category, so if I click on pictures, for example, there aren't any pictures. If I click on mockups, there aren't any right now. If I click on all files, then my file shows back up. And I can sort by alphabetically and by file size. That's about all there is to it. If you click on the people link on your page, you'll see everybody from our VoyageurWeb team that's working on your project, and you'll see everyone from your team that has access to. We like having pictures so we can see faces. That's great. And there's a search box where you can go in here and you can type any word and search through your entire project, like proposal, and it will find every place where that term shows up. I must have spelled that wrong. Oops. And it will search everything: messages, comments, to-dos, files, and milestones. There we go. And now we see where we've had the PRO up here for progress and various other places. If you have any other questions about Basecamp, please contact Yvonne or your project manager. We're always happy to help.